What's up, guys? Today I am going to be looking at my past trades. So, on our first trade here, I gave a Tippy Toppy Tacos. I don't know. This is the latest trade. But, let's hop right into it with my earliest trade on the trade machine. So, right here we can see my first trade was with Hundra, whatever his name was. And I traded a Lava Doritos Benito with 2 trades and gold for a Candy Lost Secret. That is a W trade. Okay, that's 1 W for, just 1 W for the trade. So, if there's more L's than W's, I'm going to have to do a giveaway with some of my best stuff. So stay tuned to see if that's what's gonna happen. So I have 1 W. Okay, next one. A Lost Secret combination for 2 of these. And, guys, I actually do think this was an L. Because I feel like Candy's a rare mutation, and, maybe if you're trying to fuse them, that would have been a good trade. But personally, I'm going to give that an L trade. Our first L of the day. So now we are tied. Next one. A Lost Secret, a Baker Ruinegro, and a Mariachi Corazoni for a La Ginger Sakura. Oh, that's a bad... I'm going to say that's a bad trade. Because... I don't know. I just think that's a bad trade. Also, that does have a taco. But in the past, that was a really good trade, I feel like. But now, not so much. I'm gonna give ourselves another L. So that's 2 L's now. Okay, next one. So the Ginger for a Nuclear Dinosaur, Money Puggy, and a Tang Kelatang. L. I'm just gonna say it's an L because, well, obviously, it's an L. Anyway, I traded those stuff for a Catcher Master. I think that was a W in the past, but not so much now. I'm gonna give us another L. That's crazy. And then I traded this Lucky Block for... I think that's a W trade. That's a W trade. Okay, so we have 2 W's and the rest L's. Okay? Ooh. Okay, fascinating. I think that's a W, actually. So we have 5 W's. No, 4 W's. Then I traded the Isoxacola away for Lost Chicladeras, and, well, dang, I think that was a bad trade, so I'm gonna give ourselves an L. And then I traded Lost Chicladeras and Nuclearo for a La Romantic Grande. That is such a W. Such a W. So, obviously, I'm gonna put that as a W. Okay, so, La Romantic for a Garma. That hurts. God, that is not a good trade at all. Well, actually, no, it's an okay trade. I'm gonna say that's an L because I feel like we could have got like 2 Garmas for that. But anyways, let's move on to the next trade with this guy. Why did I do that trade? Just why? Okay, on to the next one. That's an L, obviously. This one, L. Trade W. Okay, that's just a Catcher Master with Taco for the Grande. Lost Secret. That is such a W, bro. Such a W. Oh, that's crazy that we got that trade. But hey. Okay, and then I traded Money Puggy for a Nuke. I'd say that's a W. That's a W. Okay, and then he gave me this for free, so we're not gonna count that. That's an L. That is such an L trade. That's an L, guys. Not a W. Okay, then I traded this. Ooh. W. Okay. I think that's an L. Guys, I do think that's an L. So, is that a... Yeah, that's an L. Because I have a lot of L trades here. Okay, and I traded these two for what? Yo, W trade man. Got that for free. Chipso and queso were gone. Okay, guys, don't be mad. I think that's pretty fair. I'm going to say that's a W. I'm going to say that. Okay, and then I have the L. Guys, no, see, that's pretty even. I'm gonna give myself a W for that, actually. Aren't those rare whatever they're called? That's a W trade. Okay, and then a burger and fryer, and where did I get a burger from? Oh yeah, I think that's when that spawned in. Yeah, I think that. And okay, and I got those two for. That's. Now that would be one of the most ugliest burgers. So, I'd say that's an L for me. I traded this guy here, who 2 looks a horse, 6, 7, 4. Tung Sahur. Dang. Okay. W trade because there's just tongue in it. He gave me that for free. I'd say that's a W because I got the Taco Bell. Yeah. W. This was a trade with my alt. That's a trade with my alt. I'd say that's an L because Chiclatera, Cupatera, and a Candy 6-7 is rarer than a Signor Figaro or whatever it's called. Because that was in the past Fuse machine, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and then I did a whoa. I traded that for Captain Moby. Yo. Okay. W. Guys, we don't even have to say that. A burger on fire and a Tang Tank for a base Captain Moby. That's crazy. Okay, I should give that like 10 W's, but I'm only gonna give it 1. That's crazy. DJ Panda for. I'm gonna say that's an L. I traded DJ Panda for Esox Cola, spaghetti, and a Lost Snow my hotspot Cetos. I think that's an L. And that's trade with my alt. Yeah, and then my friend kind of stole it. And then that. And then I gave this guy free stuff, because that's when I was doing a giveaway. And then, yeah, and then I gave this guy gave me a totally real dragon cannelloni for all this good stuff. Nah. Okay, I let this guy index W8 in 2014 branch W because I let him index my thing. Okay, and then I gave him another free thing, which was a tongue, and then I was doing other giveaways, and I traded the Captain Moby for a capture card. I'm gonna give that an L. That's definitely an L. That's my sister. Why did I give that to her? Okay, and then that's a W. That's okay. I just retraded for. That's a W. Actually, my Lost New Beanie's kind of rare though. I'm gonna say that's an L. Captain. Wait. Guys, I don't know if that's a W or an L. Guys, tell me if that's a W or an L in the comments. But I'm gonna give that an L. And then I traded that. Ooh. Actually, no, that's an L. Actually, yeah, because a Tang and a few Lost New Beanies for a Chill Puppy and I know my goal. That's an L trade. Then I traded this guy, gave that to him. And I traded this stuff. I do think that was an L. So, I'm gonna give myself an L for that. I should give myself 2 L's. Okay, and then I traded this stuff for that. Actually, I think that's a pretty good trade. But I did a crazy trade for this. I traded it away for something kind of crazy. So I traded the Tic Tac Sahur and then these two for 3 Tic Tac Sahurs. 3. That's crazy. Oh yeah, and then I did another giveaway, and this guy's a subscriber on my other channel, so I was doing a lot of giveaways there, which I'll do some giveaways here too. But this is my new main channel, so I don't know why he got most of this stuff, but oh yeah, no, this guy got scammed. This wasn't a giveaway. And then I traded this guy. I'm gonna say that's an L. Oh yeah, then I kind of went live, and then I got a few donations, which is crazy. Okay, shout out this guy, Stray DEN9. Shout out him. And I traded this for La Taco Combo. I think that was a big W. Let's go. And I traded that for WRL. La Combo for WRL. W. Then I gave this to my sister for free. Then this. I made such a big mistake trading for that. Because Lost Mariachi is kind of rare. That's an L. Very much L. I traded that for a burger. Dang. Then I traded gears. Oh yeah, I traded the... I traded the burger for all of us. I'm gonna say that's an L. I'm really gonna say that's an L. This for the Grande? W. That was a U. Okay. L. I was trying to get the law, like the fruit combo thing, and you don't need that. That was an L. And then I got this stuff. La la la. And then I did this, and it was pretty cool. So then I got this too, which I think that was a W trade. And then this was just trade with my alt. Oop, I skipped over one. This, I think it was a W. And then I did this, oh yeah, and then a radioactive casual card kind of spawned in for me during an admin abuse, so that I got a Cerberus, which is kind of crazy. But don't get too attached to that Cerberus. Don't. Got this for free. I traded Cerberus for a Jimbo. Oh yeah, sorry. I think it's just a W. Okay. This though. I think it was an L. I think I did take an L. I do. And then I traded that for a Cerberus though, which I think that's a W. Then my last and final trade, I gave it for free because I did a little giveaway. Guys, now time for the best thing we've been waiting for. The fuse. Did I get a trait? Yes! Okay. Well, that's it. If you don't subscribe, this thing is going to get you. Bye guys.